What's going on, Coach Dan at Lions Talk Live and the Do Crew? This is Ballhawk Ifeatu Melifonwu of the Detroit Lions. Everybody make sure you help support the YouTube channel Lions Talk Live by clicking that like and subscribe button. Let's get it and go Detroit.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live and Coach Dan by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
All right, greetings and salutations, everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host, once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for joining us here today, Sunday, the eve of it all kicking off. You know, everything is going to shake and bake and get going here. And from here on out, man, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you're probably loving life. If you're an NFL fan, a football fan, whatever you want to say, it's that time of year. It is the greatest time of the year. Anticipation is in the air. Hope springs eternal. Every team has some level of belief that they, you know what, this might be their year. This might be the year that everything goes our way. The refs don't mess us over, whatever it is. But if you're a Detroit Lions fan, there's probably a little bit more validity to that than anything else. Why is that? Because, man, oh man, we've got it this year. We've got perhaps the deepest team in Detroit Lions history. And I'll leave that to be debated. I mean, I'm not saying we are the best team or the deepest team ever for the Detroit Lions, but we're going to be up there. That's the expectation. The expectation is Jared Goff is going to be an MVP candidate. Perhaps Gibbs will be in that conversation as well. Perhaps Aiden Hutchinson will be potentially a defensive rookie of the year candidate. Maybe, just maybe, Terrion Arnold will be a defensive rookie of the year candidate. And you know what? We've got multiple topics for everybody who's watching either live or later on to kind of ingest, take in today. As you can see from the thumbnail for today's video, it's not going to be just one topic. I thought would try something a little bit different here. We try to come at you with three main topics, and they will be: could the Miami Dolphins, now that Shaq Barrett is retiring, could they call Detroit, among other teams, looking for more defensive end position help? Could it be the Lions are in trouble with the NFL, in the NFL over the St. Brown injury not fully disclosed? And then lastly, we've talked a lot about the wide receiver room this offseason for the Detroit Lions. I think it perhaps going into training camp, one of the most slept on players for the Detroit Lions would be Antonie Green. And then he's got a lot of things going for him, Green, that is. And I think for what the Lions like to do, what they want out of Ben Johnson's offense, what we saw in flashes in the preseason last year, Green might just be the real deal. He might be somebody who can evolve, develop, and potentially alleviate some of at least the fans' worries about the wide receiver room. All right, real quick, before we get into the 5 headlines now and then the 3 main topics we have today, I got most of you already know this, but if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. It helps the channel out, obviously, the more subs we have, and we are closing in on 7,000 subs. We are 90 subs away from that. Hard to believe. We've had a great couple weeks in this offseason, really helped push us up, and we're hoping to get to 7,000 before the start of the regular season. I think we can do it. Like I said, we're 90 subs away. Also, you got a free second of time. It's free of charge, by the way. Takes you just a moment to go ahead and hit that like button. Helps the show grow. Helps it get out to more people who haven't discovered it. So if you can, hit that like button. We try to get every show to 200 to 300 or more thumbs up. Last but never least, just because I am a working person, I have 50 billion different jobs, but I love them all to death. So if you're considering buying or selling property anywhere in the United States, go ahead and give me a call or shoot me a text. Send over carrier, pigeon, smoke signal, whatever works best for you. Go ahead and, if you got a Nextel phone, I guess you can direct connect, but whatever it is, give me a call, contact me. You see the number on the screen, 269-998-2384, and it just hit me. I've had that number that long. That was probably my Nextel number. At any rate, if you're in the state of Michigan, I can come right over, evaluate the property for you, whether it's something you're looking to buy or sell. It can be vacant land, commercial property, secondary home, whatever it is. Go ahead and give me a call or shoot me a text. All right, with that, those formalities out of the way, let's go ahead and get over to 5 headlines now and start getting this show going. It's probably not going to be an hour long today. Probably going to be closer to 40 minutes. I do have some work-related topics to get to today, so got to maybe shorten it up a little bit. But anyways, let's get over to 5 headlines now. All right, 5 headlines now, and some different ones coming out today. So as we pull up the moniker there and drop it on the screen, Lions camp or training camp, a primer for fans on coverage of camp. That's from Touchdown Wire. So there will be multiple outlets that offer this. But if you want something like a streaming scroller, any kind of updates as it's happening throughout the day, you can't get over to Allen Park to watch training camp, at least the portions that are open to the public. You know what? You find yourself a good primer, and Lions Wire, Touchdown Wire, USA Today, they all have some version of it. Check it on out. Get into it, because you know what? It is here. So get ready to see the news as it comes out. Best case, worst case scenario for every NFL team entering the 2024 training camps. This is from Sports Illustrated. What they've done is had a number of different writers come in and contribute to this story as they break down both scenarios for both teams. I won't worry you with everything with the Detroit Lions. Let's go ahead and get into there's the best case for the Detroit Lions. I thought I'd just, since we're on the eve of training camp, throw this at you. If all the core players stay healthy, Detroit will contend for the top seed in the NFC and home field advantage throughout the postseason. DC, Dan Campbell, team has its eyes on the Lombardi Trophy. This is all accurate. They had as the worst case scenario some significant injuries befall the Detroit Lions, and they struggle to get in the playoffs as a wild card berth. But hey, get to the playoffs. That's my opinion. Get in there. You've got an opportunity to win and get to the Super Bowl. But obviously, it would be more advantageous for us to host all of the playoff games that we can here at Ford Field. All right, ranking every player on the 2024 Detroit Lions roster. That's from SB Nation. They broke this down into multiple different stories over, I think, the course of a week. So here's player 90 or whatever it was through whatever, all the way up to player number 1. So if you got a little time, it is a Sunday. Maybe you're kicking back and relaxing. Maybe you got a day off, whatever it is. Go ahead and check this out. I think they did a pretty good job with it, and that's SB Nation. All right, Detroit Lions take a big step towards start of training camp on Saturday. This is from Sporting News, and most of you already know who Mike Morales is. He's a longtime beat reporter for the Detroit Lions or about the Detroit Lions. So go ahead and check out Sporting News. Check out the story. I think, you know what? You're trying to look for some tidbits, notes, and stuff like that on the Lions, what all they're doing. Go ahead and check that out. All right, last one, or excuse me, no, apologies. We got 2 more. Check out this amazing Dan Campbell themed corn maze art. That's from USA Today. And I know everybody had this in the last couple of days. Somebody, give them credit. You're cutting down a lot of different valuable crops in order to make this maze. So this came at no small cost, but they did a great job with it. You see MCDC's face and a lion's mane behind it. So if you haven't already seen that photo, go check it out. All right, now the last one. Who will be the 2024 Lions training camp darling? Question mark. That's from SB Nation and Alex Reno. So my anticipation, man, I'm trying to think. And you know what? Maybe I'll just go with Green. The guy's got the size, the wheels, etc. He could be somebody that really impresses. Another candidate potentially could be Hendon Hooker, because you know what? You go into these preseason games, all eyes are going to be on this team. And I think there's a vast majority of the fan base, they're going to be watching these preseason games, not only just to see the positional battles, not just to see football again. Obviously the anticipation for the Lions is just at an all-time high, but also because you're going to see Hendon Hooker, and everybody wants to see how he does from a game-to-game basis. Is he going to be the sound number 2 quarterback that we all anticipate he will? I think he is, and I think a lot of people are going to be turning out this summer to watch. Excuse me, yeah, I guess it would be the summer and early portions of the fall to watch it. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get over to the main topics of the day. All right, let's just go down the list, take them all one at a time. So as we've already mentioned, could the Detroit Lions be called to get some interest, or at least judge the interest if they'd be willing to trade some of their defensive ends? I believe that Miami will call Detroit. I think they're going to call just about everybody in the league to replace Shaq Barrett. They've got a talented team. I think everybody knows about their offense. The defense, though, what was it? Like they gave up 73 points in one game last year, something like that. the defense has got to continue to emerge in order for them to really be contenders for a run at the Super Bowl in the postseason. Could they call Detroit? Yes. And I'm going to guess that if they do, I think we all agree Aiden Hutchinson is not going anywhere. I do not see Marcus Davenport going anywhere unless he really, he's on a one-year deal, prove-it deal. Maybe if he offer the right thing, if you're the Miami Dolphins, you go after him. Could I see someone like John Kaminsky? Yeah, I could see them trying to get him, especially if we reported it, a week or so ago. Could John Kaminsky be on the way out? Could the Detroit Lions and Brad Holmes look at this guy and say, he's probably not going to make it this year. Give us a 6th-round pick or a 5th-round pick or a 7th-round pick. We'll go ahead and trade him over to you. Yes, I could. Could it be Levi Onwuzurike? Could it be Josh Pascal? I think all those guys are in play. And I just don't see anybody else really being let go or traded. But one of those mentioned guys, I think that is a possibility. All right, next main topic. Lions in trouble with the NFL, and this would be in regards to the Netflix reveal for the show Receiver, where St. Brown kind of reveals he kind of played possum to a certain degree with an oblique injury or complete tear off his body of his oblique injury, and they really kept it at bay, kept it quiet. Obviously, during the season last year, nobody was privy to it, but the team was. And yes, in the past, this has come up where teams have kind of kept things quiet in regards to a particular injury with a player, and teams have been fined by the NFL. I know in some cases, $50,000, $100,000. Some of it goes on the head coach, some of it goes on the team. The player typically is not fined by this just because it's not their obligation to report it. It is the team's obligation and the duties of the head coach. So do I believe it will happen? Probably. I don't think it'll be more than 100,000, maybe 150, but even that seems a little extreme for it. It's not the biggest deal, but one thing I will know or say about this, I don't care if when it was legal or now that, when it was not legal or now that it is legal, the NFL wants full transparency and disclosures to betting personalities, betting interested parties about player health and conditions with a game, etc. They want everybody to feel like it is as close to an even playing field as possible when it comes to sports booking and betting. And again, I don't know a ton about betting. I just never really got into it. But what I can say is this would be a major thing that betting organizations, Las Vegas or whoever else, sports books, will come down on the NFL and the Detroit Lions about, because you kept some information away from potential bettors and how that could have swayed bets and potentially outcomes. That will also be affected. All right, now the third main headline of the day before we get over to the comments section. Don't count out Antoine Green. So this guy, hey, we all remember when he got drafted, probably remember some of those great highlights on draft day or by the NFL Network and such. Hey, he's 6 foot 2.5. He's got a 4.45 40-yard dash. Vertical jump is through the roof at 33.5. His broad jump was impressive to me, 10.3. So check that out. 3-cone drill over a 70. Yeah, over a 7, not 70. But yeah, just real strong. Even his 10-yard dash or sprint was a 1.56. So the kid can fly. The 20-yard shuttles, 4.27. Yeah, you had to remember that real quick. But anyways, 200 pounds, to have that kind of frame, to have that kind of speed, 9-inch hands. The guy's got a lot of the physical things that we know Brad Holmes, this coaching staff, tries to incorporate with players. We all know that, hey, you look at Manu. Obviously, he has a physical specimen that needs to be developed. You look at Broderick Martin, a physical specimen that needs to be developed. And Green seems to fit in that mold too. Maybe not quite to those extents as the other two, but he's in there. And with his size, his jumping ability, the fact that he can go outside and push it, he's got strength. He's got all the things you look for. He just needed a little bit more development. It would be my anticipation he's going to grow and develop, because you look at what they've done with other receivers, just other younger players too. I shouldn't just say receivers. But it's my anticipation that Green's going to come in this preseason and have a pretty good run. Doesn't mean he's going to be wide receiver number 3 or 4, but I think he might be in that conversation. He might be someone who can push for it. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I think we all agree he's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of upside to this kid. He's got a lot of ability now that he's had an off season with the Lions to really kind of mature, develop, and push for that 3 spot. We've already talked about this week, Khalif Raymond, his speed, his tenacity, his flexibility, and what you can do with him on the offensive side of the ball. And you know what? If all 3 of them come to play, if all of them push each other to be better, and then conversely push Jameson Williams to develop even more, that wide receiver room for Detroit might be far deeper and better than anybody anticipated going into this training camp. All right, those were the 3 topics I want to throw out there today, along with the 5 headlines now. Let's go over to the Duke Crew, see what you guys have to say this morning. And again, won't be here for a full hour, but we'll try to push it as long as we can. All right, JDC, good morning all. Good morning to you too, sir. Hopefully having a great one. Bo, good morning, Duke Crew. What's $100,000 anyways? Yeah, I mean, just throwing it around here. Question mark, I see Super Bowl. Woo! And good morning to you too. And just for you, Bo, I don't throw this at you enough. All the above. All right, back to the comment section. Buddy, what do you got? Good morning, Coach and Duke Crew. Back at you, buddy. Hopefully you got a great one. All right, buddy, any word from training camp, Coach? Nothing yet, but I'm going to guess probably every day from here on out. Normally I just do the morning show. Every once in a while, if there's some sort of breaking news or something, I'll get something over to you guys. But probably from here on out, you'll start getting multiple broadcasts a day, just as we do get some midday updates, some early evening updates. Some of the stuff, if it's not groundbreaking or whatever, maybe leave for the next morning show. But yeah, you'll start getting multiple updates from either me, other YouTubers, national media, or whatever it is. So pay attention to it. Keep your notifications on so when something hits, you get aware of it. All right, Lions fan number 1, greetings, salutations to all in the Duke Crew land. New format today, Coach. I'm trying to something a little different with the 3 different main topics. And I'm sure you guys have noticed for the last few weeks or a month, I've been testing out different stuff. Just, I figured why not do that kind of stuff, the learning curve for it. If you're going to use new graphics, like with the different banners and stuff I throw at you guys or whatever, like the I don't know guy, the special guest, the Jared Goff, hey, let's not get crazy here. Let's keep it down. The cheering fans or whatever. Along with other stuff like, the streamers at the bottom of the screens and stuff, just so I can get that stuff out of the way, kind of learn, figure out if there's any issues with something so I can clean up before the season. So yeah, working on some new stuff. Moonscar, good morning, Duke Crew family, ! I managed the impossible and got up this on the weekend. Laughing out loud. Woo! Coffee is a brewing. Well, good morning, my friend. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah. Glad to see you in here as always, because hey, your presence is often noticed with the Duke Crew. All right, JDC, Puff, Woo Woo Coffee, and Lions Talk Live. Now that sounds like a great morning to me, my friend. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Let's see, Voltron. Good morning, all. Hey, Bo, buddy, Lions, Woodskart. So, Coach, what's the word? Green going to break out this year? I think he's going to surprise. I do. I think he is going to surprise. It's just, you look at his physical aspects, and he can't coach that part. And you guys have often heard me talk about what I look for as a coach or a scout. It's the stuff you can't teach. He's got speed. He's got size. He's got vertical leaping ability. He's got hand size. I'm not going to say he's got Mike Kofer or Calvin Johnson size hands, but he's got some pretty good mitts. You have all those things come in, and a year for him to develop coming into this season. There's some real potential there. I'll put it this way: if he was on the practice squad, he'd be gone out of here in no time. See, buddy, woo! Good morning to you too, buddy. Again, hey Voltron, I love Voltron, man. All right, buddy, Kamish to Kaminsky, say it ain't so. Could it be? Yeah. Could he be one of them? Sure. I gave you guys a list, obviously, with the breakdown, who I think would be the potential possibilities. The Lions could obviously do nothing. I'm not saying there's any kind of breaking news where the Dolphins have contacted us. I'm just assuming if I'm the Miami Dolphins at this point, knowing that my defense really needs to shine this year to help that offense push this team forward, I'm probably making some calls. I am not saying that the Lions have been contacted again, because I already know somebody's going to come after me in the comment section either today or tomorrow and say, well, you said Miami called us. No, I did not. I'm saying that I could see that happening. All right, Quentin, and not that you said that, buddy. I just want to be clear, saying somebody's going to be in the comment section at some point doing that. All right, Quentin, Green Sanitation, y'all. Dang right. Green just got to be that next Holmes guy to break forward and help the team. Looking forward to watching him. Yeah, I think this preseason, you've got everybody waiting, salivating to watch this team, and for a multitude of reasons. The depth position battles will be awesome. Green will be somebody of interest. I already said earlier that Hendon Hooker is going to be someone of interest, and I think a lot of people are going to want to watch that guy, see what he can do. So wait and see what shakes out. All right, Steve Rogers, good morning. The captain is reporting. Good to see you out there, my friend. Glad I always have you in the show. Sosimo, hey, coach, do you think the Finns call us because Shaq retired? Who could they want that we would give? Yeah, if they were to call Detroit Lions, my assumption is that it would be for some sort of pass rusher. And how crazy is that? Because we've been so bad at that spot for so long. People actually want some of our parts. But it is a brave new world for the Detroit Lions. I already kind of gave my list, Sosimo, so I'm sure you already heard that. If not, let me know. Put in their comment in. All right, buddy. Lions could be in trouble with the NFL. St. Brown's injury. Say it ain't so, coach. They could be. My guess is they will get fined. Just because you want to have universal rules. You don't want any other team that if it pops up and you find them, where you didn't find Detroit. Now it looks like you're playing favorites, so make it universal. Anybody breaks the rule gets hit with a fine, and yeah, maybe it does change. Moonscar, coach, your dyslexia must have kicked in when you made the thumbnail. I think you meant to write the NFL is in trouble with the Lions. Woo! And yes, I see what you did there. You're right. I think the Lions, a lot of you guys have given predictions of like 15 wins, 14 wins. I'm going to stick to mine of 12 wins. But is it possible the Lions do more than that? Absolutely. I think we've got one of the best talented teams in the league and a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. Some of these guys really break out, have better than anticipated seasons. I could see us getting to like 13, 14 wins. All right, Berg time. Hey, morning to you, Bergs. Morning, coach and the Duke crew. This week, Lions start their quest, Super Bowl or bust, one pride. Woo! And yeah, you're 100% correct on that. 1,000%, Bergs. Good morning, by the way. Thanks for all you do for the channel. Let's see, Dave. Green salutations. Yeah, buddy, I seen that. Let's hope it's nothing too big. Yeah. If we get in trouble, yeah, let's hope it's nothing too big. We got Jeff. All right, Jess. Dan, don't pass out. I bet Miami calls to trade for James Houston. I knew this was coming, man. Is it possible? Sure. Especially for the right price. Anybody watch this show knows I think very highly of James Houston. I think he should be the starter opposite Hutch. But if the Lions really don't think he's that guy, and if they don't think they're going to be able to resign him after this year, trade him for something, yes. But I would say this with Houston, I'd be pushing that price tag up more than just a fifth, sixth, or seventh. We'll see what happens. Trey, what's good all? Question mark. I'm thinking this camp is going to be special. Lots of players near that level 30 to 53. Athletes know when they are in trouble. Yeah, I would say you're right with that. Most of the time, athletes know when they have to compete to make that roster and not get cut or sent to another team. So I think you're spot on. And that's like I think you're alluding to. There's really half the team that probably feels secure. The other half knows they got a battle. So you're spot on, Trey. Good morning. Hopefully you and the family are doing okay. All right, Darcy, good morning, all. Woo! Good morning to you, too. Clark, Green's Sanitations. Anyone see the TJ interview where he was kind of now crying about getting traded from us? Question mark. He's changed his tune on that. Yeah, you're right with that, Clark, that when he first got traded, yeah, he was all jumping up and down. Hey, I'm going to play for a winner. No longer in Detroit, yada, yada. But what has happened literally since the moment he got traded? We've gone one way. The Lions have gone up, and away. And for a multitude of reasons, the Vikings had a good first year with him. But every year since, their overall record is kind of diminished. So now he's looking at potentially a quarterback that's a rookie, having to really develop. I mean, I do think Sam Darnold will start at least at the beginning of the year. After that, who knows, maybe middle of the year they get JJ in there. But yeah, his situation has gone back to being, I'm not going to say it's as bad as it was when he was with Detroit, but it's going to be a lot of similarities. Eddie, good morning, everyone. Back at you, Eddie. Phil, what up, though? What up, Phil? How you doing? And again, thank you very much for that guitar. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look over at Phil's thumbnail. Yeah, he made the Duke Crew guitar, and if I didn't have to run down the hallway to go get it, I got to just bring it in this room so I could show it on air one time. But again, Phil, thank you very much. Buddy, poor Hawkinson, ha ha ha, yeah. I mean, he wanted out of Detroit. He wanted to get paid. He did get paid. He did get out of Detroit. But now that situation probably isn't looking as enticing as if he would have remained here. I'll even say, to probably some degree or level, whether he ever admit it or not, probably Matthew Stafford goes through some of that too. And no, I don't think we should have not traded Stafford. I think at the end of the day, it was a very good trade for both interested parties. It's helped out a ton. Stafford, who was here, we would not have a lot of these other players that are young, vibrant, helping the team grow. But I do wonder at some level if Stafford looks over and goes, man, it would have been nice to do some of this winning in Detroit, just because he's went through so long of a period of struggle here. All right, France, good evening all. Glad to be back on my schedule. Anyone have a surprise cut for the team? I don't at this point. I woke up late today. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Woke up late. Had to really fumble through a lot of things to get today's show up and ready in time. So let's see what somebody else says in the comment section. Okay, good morning, Dan, the Duke Crew. Woo! And Grit. Good morning to you, Hooks. Hopefully you have a great one. Mike the Marine, Gunny, howdy, Dan and Duke Crew. Welcome to Woosville. And good morning to you, Gunny. Hopefully you're having a great one. Bo, so Atlanta was fined $75,000 and their coach $25,000. We can soak up the same, right? Yeah, to the Ford family, to the Detroit Lions ownership and management, $75,000. It'll probably be like peanut change, a couple pennies to the rest of us. Yeah, I'm guessing they'll be okay with it. As far as MCDC, $25,000. Hey, write it off on your taxes, man. He'll be okay. Okay, Berg, morning, dude. Good morning to you both. Doug, what would Miami call us or Antoine either? Yeah, Doug, I think it's just Miami. Shaq Barrett retired unexpectedly yesterday, just a couple months after signing a free agency deal with the Dolphins. Now, a team looking to make a big push, trying to make that move to the next level, is probably looking for some defensive end help, some pass rush help before the season gets going. All right, Mike the Marine, thumbs up. Do it for Dan. Thank you for that. I cannot see how many thumbs up or likes I have right now. I can tell you there's about 180 people watching on different platforms right now. It's yeah. Hey, right before training camp, that's not bad. Let's see, Bo, thumbing up. All right, thumbs up, all of the above. Mr. Nico, hey, it's been a minute since I've seen you. Good to see you, Mr. Neeks. It's just a matter of time before we see MCDC wearing Duke Crew merch on the sidelines. I need to try to make that happen. Maybe if I send him some, maybe he'll put it on. That would not be bad at all. J. Rod, good morning, Coach, and Duke Crew. Busy weekend, Muskegon bike time, and DJT JDV in GR. I'm not sure what the last ones are, but hey, whatever it is, I'm hoping you have a good time with the Muskegon bike time and the rest of the stuff in GR. Go enjoy it. Let's see, Mr. Dago, bold prediction is that this channel gets 10,000 by Thanksgiving. Whew, man, that would be something. You know what? I'll take that, Mr. Nico. Thanks for the positive vibes this morning. Phil, Houston to Miami. Man, I hope not, man. Now, you guys, you got me scared. You got me nervous. Let's hope not, man. Eesh. Let's see, Michael Kaminsky to Miami. That one seems more plausible to me, but who knows, man? Like you said, could they make you an offer you can't refuse? Maybe. I guess, to be fair, I think you guys are right that if Miami's going to call, they're going to want somebody who can get there. Houston does get to the quarterback. Yes, he struggles against the running game, but man, would Detroit really trade him away? I don't know, but again, I want to preface this. Make sure we're all on the same page. I'm not saying the Miami has called Detroit. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying Miami's going to call everybody in the league trying to find somebody. I'm sure Detroit will be amongst the teams they call. I'd say, Robert Yankee, greetings, Duke crew and coach. Back at you, Robert. Hopefully, you're having a great morning, my friend, and thank you for always being here. Derek, good morning, Coach Duke crew. What are your thoughts on the new kickoff rule? I foresee a lot of confusion and offside penalties coming. I think there'll be a whole lot of that, especially when you're first going through the season. Preseason will help some. They'll get some reps at it, especially a lot of the special team guys. But yeah, Derek, I think you're spot on. There's going to be a lot of nuances that are going to have to be developed on the fly. As far as my opinion on the new kickoff rule, I like it. It brings that aspect of the game back while minimizing some of the contact. Because I think that was the big thing with the kickoff rules before is you'd have two lines just flying at each other from long distance, smashing it through each other, causing a lot of head injuries, among other injuries. So I think the fact that they've lined them up, whatever it is, like 10 yards away, minimizes some of that while bringing the kickoff back into play. All right, Berg time. Good morning, Hookadoo. Back at you both. See, John, buy for this is the best team ever. Yes, I would say yes. This might just be, John. This might be the best Detroit Lions team in the history of the Detroit Lions. See, J Rods, some of these YouTube channels, guys, blast you for publicly when you are joking with others in chats. Heard someone got in trouble at their job for a YouTuber blasting something other than Lions. Hey, it is what it is, man. The only thing I'd say, J Rod or anybody watching, there'll be people, if you're going to put yourself out there on YouTube or any other kind of platform, and this is whether you're in national media, print media, or whatever, somebody's not going to agree with you. Somebody's going to, say you're wrong, and just it's part of it. You go forward with it. I try not to really worry about it because nobody that I'm aware of, at least, is right all the time. And you do the best you can to try to provide good information, good content, and go forward from there. At the end of the day, if somebody doesn't want to agree with you or watch it, then they don't, I guess. Let's see, Doug, what do you got? What does it mean when you say I'm not going to monetize this show? A few times I heard you mention. What formula does YouTube use to reward platforms like these? So when you get enough subscribers, and Doug, that's a good question. When you get enough subscribers, when you get enough watch time hours, so you've accumulated, I want to say it's like 4,000 hours of people watching your channel, you can monetize it. It means you do make money off people watching the show. Keep in mind, it's not a ton, but it is probably enough to buy a Mountain Dew and a hot dog. So that's all it means. There are times I don't monetize that particular episode. Say like, what was it, yesterday or something? Or 2 days ago when I played a really long portion of the NFL video showing the Detroit Lions potential win totals. Because I played that so long, I knew that the YouTube algorithms and stuff would say, hey, yeah, you're only going to make X amount of money, so you just cut it off. Now, that all being said, I know people that have made millions of dollars. There was one client I had that wanted a fallout shelter facility here in Michigan, and the guy was from like New Jersey, and I'd never heard of him before. His name was Jay Nuggets or Jesse Nuggets, and he'd made something like $40 million off YouTube, just doing videos of dad taking a zero turn and riding over his video game equipment. And another one of everybody in the family getting a big fight on Thanksgiving. And this is all stage stuff, I'm assuming. But you can definitely make money on YouTube. I don't think anybody in the Lions fan base community is making a ton of money. Nothing where I'm leaving my job or anything over it. But I do this mostly, I guess, long story short, I do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy being up here with you guys. And I do kind of miss being a journalist full time. This isn't quite that, but it gives me enough where I don't miss it as much. So hopefully that long answer helps. See, Bo, ads, Doug, yeah. If you watch long enough, there are ads, they pop up. You guys probably know if you watch YouTube any length, pop up and you get paid for those ads. But again, it's kind of pennies on the dollar. You don't make a ton. But some episodes you might get $5, $10. I have had a couple of these videos get to $20. So not retiring on it, but it doesn't hurt either. I enjoy it. Let's see, Doug, Bo Booth, do advertisers ask to advertise, or what is the auto format? Yeah, YouTube just throws videos or advertisements through different videos. I'm sure Doug, if you watch YouTube for a while, you've seen ads pop up. Yeah, that's how channels get paid, I guess. See, Bo, I don't know, Doug. It depends on how viewers you are getting, how many views you're getting. I think that's a part of it. Bo, you can have sponsors to pick those. Yeah, 100%. Silver Surfer Houston will not move from Detroit Lions. I think you're going to get a big shout out for that thought there, Silver Surfer, because I do not want James Houston leaving the building by any way, shape, or form. But that's just my personal opinion, of course. Surfer, good morning, Coach Everyone. Back at you, Surfer. Hopefully you're having a great one. Gunny, what do you got? Brad, don't do anything until Giants preseason game to see how's balling out. Yeah, see how the game's balling out? Yeah, wait and see how it all works out. I'm not trading anybody if it's me, but maybe if there's a couple guys towards the end of training camp, I know they're not going to make the 53-man roster. Maybe I'm willing to trade some of those guys. Let's see, J-Rod, a YouTube channel out of Grand Rapids area blasted a guy for marijuana use. Guy got drug tested. No more employment now. I think it was totally uncalled for and rude. We are chatting football. Why blast? J-Rod, I'd say that a lot of that just comes down to whoever's making the accusations, their personality, maybe what's going on in their personal life. A lot of different factors that come into play would be my opinion. Usually if you're happy in life, you're probably not really worried about whether the people say or whatever. If you're less happy with your personal life and some of your circumstances within the life, then maybe you're looking to unload some of that displeasure on somebody else. So you can try to feel better about yourself by taking your lack of happiness in your personal life and transplanting it on someone else. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, Rocky M, good morning. All wanted to get that in before Bears Talk Live takes over. Yeah, we haven't seen Broski Bear this morning, but good morning to you too, Rock. Derek, what a shame that the NFL is making rules and decisions based on gambling revenue. Hey, I agree, but I would also say this, Derek. I think it's been that way for a long time. It just may not have been as out in the open. See, Miles, the Amon-Ra injury reporting has dulled down a bit the shiny veer of the Detroit Lions culture. Your opinion? I mean, I would say you're right, but I also think, man, he didn't, or whoever didn't report the full extent of that oblique injury. You know what? There's worse things in life, but I'm sure the NFL is going to have some conversations over that revitalization with the Lions, with St. Brown, with MCDC, and all involved. So, yeah, they're going to get hit. See, Bo, the shadow hand has been there from the start. It's out in the open now. I would agree. Moonscar, Rocky M, you wanted to get that in? Question mark. I don't see in another comment from you. Yes. Well, hey, maybe he's got more to come. Silver Server, J-Rod is a completely messed up world. Seems hopeless with all these people looking in someone else's house instead of smelling in the stench of their own. Yeah, and that's kind of thing. Just at least to me, I can't tell you what it works for everybody else. I just try to worry about me, man. What can I do for my friends and family, the Do Crew and stuff? If somebody doesn't like it, then, just don't watch the channel. But we're all old enough. We probably know you can't make everybody happy. End of the day, you do the best you can. All right, Paper Bag fan. Good morning, Do Crew. Super Bowl or bust. 100%. Hopefully having a great day. And, hey, do you have a new bag for this new season? That's what I want to know. Do you change on a season-to-season basis? Let's see, Bo, I like the way you have been adding things. Coach, Lions Talk Live has come a long way since the beginning. You ain't wrong there, man. Go back and watch some of those first episodes to where it is now. Might be a little bit of a difference. Let's see, Anthony, good morning, Duke Crew. Back at you. Always good to see you. Thanks for all you do for the show, my friend. Hopefully you're having a great day. See, Rocky, just throw Green the ball and see what happens. You can't coach size. No, you can't. If you could, man, I would be significantly different physically. Let's see, Anthony, yep, just clarify, a Karen is lurking. Yeah, somebody's always lurking, man. It is what it is, man. And you guys have told me stuff about different channels or different people. And, all I can say is, hey, if that's what, if that's what makes them happy, then go for it, man. It doesn't really affect me. Just don't mess with my Mountain Dew. Don't mess with my hair. We'll probably get along okay. All right, see, Leonard, what do you got? Great salutations, Duke Crew. Woo! What I missed? Not too much, man. I'm assuming you've heard most of it so far by the time I got to your comments. So hopefully you're enjoying the show so far today, man. Hopefully you're having a great day too. See, Ed, good morning, coach of the Duke Crew. Back at you, Ed. Are you out fishing today? Inquiring Duke Crew people want to know. Hopefully, if you are, you're throwing them out there, kicking back, relaxing, and have a good one. See, J-Rod, Silver Surfer, I am not sure I will ever watch the guy's channel again. I witnessed through YouTube, and my jaw dropped when I heard that. Then a few days later, fired. Oof. Yeah, I'm sorry that anybody has that kind of ability or power, and but not knowing all the details, man. I just say I can't believe some people get into other people's lives like that, man. That's just not fun. See, Bo, Brave New World, take some and relax. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Bo, 14-3. I'll go with that all day. Bo, who are the 3 losses? That's why I want to know. Anthony, I smoke weed, fire me. Oh, I'm the owner. Hey, it's good to be at the top of the food chain, ain't it? Let's see. Anthony, Bo, what am I thinking? 14-3. Hey, we'll go with that. We got 2 people calling for it. Berg time. Good morning, Anthony. Anthony, I need some Samas. There we go. Let's see. Justin Lions fan. Good morning, Dan, the Duke Crew. Back at you. Have an outstanding day. Make it a due day. Doug, what do you got? Brown's injury? Question mark. Didn't hear anything about Sutton when he was missing. Bugs couldn't play because of quote illness. We're no more Saints than the other teams. We fudge a lot. There could be, and without knowing the specifics about all of those, yeah, it is what it is, man. Just because I have no idea about those other guys. We obviously know about St. Brown, but not the other guys. Anthony, good morning, Berg and Hookadoo. Back, yeah, I agree. Happy morning, all. See, Anthony, and the top of the morning to the rest of the Duke Crew. Yes, top of the morning to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday morning so far. Rocky, since St. Brown talked, he will probably pay the fine loose lips. Yeah, loose lips sink ships. He probably regrets that now, but it is what it is, man. Let's see, J-Rod, real quick before I forget. So I took the Dan Skipper and the Iffy Melifano things, made a little reel, put on social media, a little bit of advertising for the channel, and on Facebook, there's different forums for Lions fans. One of them is the Detroit Lions official one. And I was shocked. St. Brown, it says it's St. Brown. I mean, who knows if it really is. It says St. Brown, thumbed up it or whatever. So I real quick shot a message saying, hey, would you be willing to do one of these for my show? Have not heard back yet. So we'll see. He probably gets tons of those requests, though. So I won't be surprised if he never responds. And say, J-Rod, Anthony, I just think the podcaster was wrong for saying what he did. Glory and fame is swelling the head. Yeah, my thoughts. I will say this, having been in print media and different forms of media for a while, there are a lot of people, even at lower levels, if they get, I guess, fame or whatever, somebody impinges or threatens that, yeah, they can get nasty. So I just say, man, if you get famous or whatever, good for you, man. Good for you. Hope it keeps going, man. I just enjoy doing the show. So that's all I'm worried about. Phil, yeah, the smiling. All right. Okay, good morning, Anthony. Dominic from Texas. Good morning from Texas. Good morning. And you know what? Next time I go down there, I need to stop at another Buc-ee's. Yeah, I enjoy those places, man. They're pretty awesome. I could spend all day at one of those things. Big Daz, good morning, Coach Dan and the Duke Crew. Oh, yeah. Big macho man Randy Savage for you. And let's see if I can even pull that up. And I know it's just tough to get it on this thing just because you got to see it around the comments. So maybe not the greatest, but hey. Yep. Well, I'm doing what I can here. So, all right. Let's see, Anthony. Let's see. I believe if Stafford had the team we have, could have also run with him to a Super Bowl. Not trashing Goff, but I believe he could have done it. Yeah, I'd say if we'd have had this team with Stafford back in the day, yeah, he probably would have been very successful too. Is what it is though. Didn't work that way. A lot of blame to go around between the front offices. Maybe even some of the players. But at the end of the day, we're here now. I'm going with that. See, Jason, it's a great time to be a Lions fan. We've got destiny written all over a Superdome or a bust, 100%. Good morning to you, Jude, Jason. And again, we're going to have to coordinate about doing a live cast on the raising of the Tree of Destiny. I'd see Mike the Marine Gunny. What's really impressive is Lions had 4 players with at least 10 touchdowns. Montgomery, Gibbs, St. Brown, Laporta. Your thoughts for the year? I'm going to go with 10 people who will get 10 touchdowns this year. St. Brown, I think he'll be a given. Gibbs, I think, will be a given. I'm going to go with Laporta and Jamison Williams. I think Montgomery, he let's put him in there too. So I'm going to go with 5 people. I think 5 people will get in there. See, Bo, I wonder what size T-shirt MCDC wears. I'm going to go with a 3X large. That would be my guess. J. Rod Donald, J. Trump, J.D. Vance, I know. No politics. Yes, no politics, please. Let's see. Kurt Steele, what up, though? Sorry I'm late. Hey, you're always welcome here. The door is always open any time of the day. Swing on by. See, Anthony, Gunny's better this year. I think JMO gets 10 this year. I'm with you there, Anthony. I think Jameson Williams will do some house calls for sure. See, Phil, what could we get for Houston to Miami? Man, you guys are going to make me cry this morning, man. I think someone like Houston, just because his potential, if it would have been different if he didn't get injured last year, but I think you could get a 5th or a 4th for him. Now, you only used the 6th on him, so you would be getting more than you invested. He's got 1-year deal. I hope it doesn't happen, man, but could it happen? For sure, it could. And I'm really hoping, man, I might slash all the tires on that bus trying to leave, take him to the airport saying, ain't letting this one happen. All right, J-Rod, yeah, triple X large, that would be my guess. Anthony, Mr. Steele in the house. Good morning, Flintstone Steele. There we go. Everybody give Kurt Steele a big, hey, good morning to you. See, Bo, a lot of TDs, that would be. And I do think potentially, especially at the start of the year, since we got both coordinators back, new defense, we're ramped up, we're ready to go. We're going to get some stops. We're going to get some takeaways. I do think there's some real potential for this offense to come out and put 30s, 40s up a few different times this year. We might be in the running for the best offense in the league this year because the defense will give you more opportunities. See, Moonscar, J-Rod, Upheaval Festival was going on in the last 2 nights in GR also. There we go. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of festivals going on. Here in Kalamazoo, downtown, they had, was it Friday nights, some sort of festival. They also had like a Comic Con thing going on. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff going on. It is that time of year, right, with the festivals and, summer / early part of the fall. Bo, I like the Flintstone. There we go. Burger time. Can't wait until August 16th to see my favorite line of all time, number 20, the GOAT Fanatics Fest. Go Lions. I hope you enjoy it, man. Yeah, I hope Barry's out there and he's having a good time with you. Phil, Lions Talk Live is growing faster than most others. Jealousy abounds. I know there's some that grow faster. There's some that grow slower. But unfortunately, yeah, you're probably right to an extent on that, Phil. And it's too bad, man. Let's see, J-Rod, Coach, I have never seen you act unprofessional. It probably helps I'm older. It probably helps a lot because I don't know if I would have been any better in my 20s or 30s or whatever. I'd like to think I would have been, but you never know, man. Never know. So, hey, everybody goes at their own pace. I just enjoy it. You want to throw stones at me, like I said, just don't knock over my Mountain Dew and don't mess up the hair, man. Do a Rod and Burgundy. You can hit from here down on me. There you go. Let's see, J-Rod Upheaval Festival. There you go. Anthony, come on, folks, hit that thumbs up. Yes, if you're watching, if you would, pretty please, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Randy's back. Breaking news. I'm around St. Brown. Is a wide receiver? Yes, he is. I think we all agree he is a wide receiver. See, Michael, going to be fun watching teams trying to stop 1,800, 2,000 pounds of Lions defensive frontliners. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! I agree, Michael. I think, yes, they'll be coming after them. And, we're probably going to have one of the better defensive fronts up there. So I agree with you on that 100%. That's a lot of mass, ain't it? See, JDC, I stayed up late for the drug tests. All right. There you go. See, Bo, stalker alert. Yes. I did it. Okay. Well, there we go. All right. I forgot to put on you got to be a subscriber thing this morning. So hopefully not a problem today, guys. Anthony, Randy's back. I go, yeah. Let's just not even address him. Don't mess with your hair. Yes. Don't mess with my hair, man. Firm rule. Let's see, JDC. Don't tread on me. I tread back. There you go, Anthony. We're just gonna avoid it. Phil, Randy is Will Upton, like the guy from Star Trek: The Next Generation. Wasn't that his name? The kid. Let's see, Miles Meyer, Doug. Exactly. So, bro, there we go. Will Upton ain't that bad. All right, bird time. Probably a lot of truth. Phil, I hope not, but all right. Let's see. And the breaking news: Randy's back is a troll. Don't be a troll. Yeah, I would agree. Yes, ignore wants attention. I would agree with that. A lot of truth to that. Let's see, ignore. Yes, ignoring. I'm on it. Moonscar drinking my coffee out of my Buccaneers tumbler in the Colorado last week. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Denver and everything. Hopefully, you had a great time there. Dan, please don't read. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm with you on there. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and ban them. So that way I don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Bo, golf has a lot to do with how the Lions have evolved, be a different team with someone else. You know, when they both got traded, I thought they were pretty similar to each other in certain ways, not in every way. But hey, give Goff credit, man. You know, we can all say the team's better on him, which is true. We can all say it's the coaching staff. Probably a lot of truth to it. But whatever it is, whatever you want to throw out there, we can say this. Goff has done something that, unfortunately, for a multitude of reasons, Stafford just never was able to. And that's go out there and win the big games, win the playoff games. So go with that. Let's see. Miles, what do you got? Laughing Out Bucky's there. Yeah, I enjoyed that place. When we went down, I think it was 2 years ago, down in San Antonio and drove down there. This was the first time I ever stopped at one. And, man, those things are like malls. Those things are huge, man. And, yeah, you can just spend all day in there eating different food. You know, they got just different things to do. I mean, I was impressed, man. I heard about them, heard the rumor about a Bucky's, but, yeah, enjoyed it. I might retire and work at one. Miles Marcus, so true, Bo Booth. There you go. Let's see. Moonscar, breaking news. Randy's mom is calling him from upstairs. Honey, your breakfast is ready. Do you want me to cut your pancakes the way you like them? Well, you know, hey, if you got someone who will do that for you, life is tough, ain't it? Let's see. Bo, happy trails. Yeah, all done and dusted. Seed, JDC. Oh, boy, here we go. 100%. 100% with that, JDC. Okay, dude. Randy, did your mom drop you on your head a lot? Maybe there's a level of truth to that. Maybe he ate paint chips or whatever. Let's see. Anthony, does anyone believe that Ben Johnson just stayed in Detroit and stays on as offense coordinator for the rest of his career? It's a fair question, man. But my guess, and that's all it is that that Ben Johnson wants to see the Lions succeed. He wants to see MCDC, Goff, the entire team succeed. You know, he wants to see St. Brown get there. He wants to be a part of it. How about that? My guess is whenever that Super Bowl happens for the Detroit Lions, then yeah, maybe he does go ahead and take off somewhere else. You guys heard me talk about it before. Selfishly, from a coaching perspective, you don't get offered them a lot. So when you get those opportunities, you take it. I learned eons ago, I got offered a head coaching job. And this is when I was like still in my late 20s, maybe early 30s. And it took a while to get another head coaching job opportunity. So I regretted kind of to a certain point turning down that head coaching job because I had to wait like another 5-6 years before I ever got that opportunity again. So when you get it, you might want to really think about it. Let's see, Microscope. There we go. Could be, Bo. Moonscar, Randy, gone one buddy. Yes, yeah, good one buddy. Gary, what do you got? Greetings, salutations, coach and Duke crew. Could the Lions sign a veteran quarterback like Tannehill, or would they wait to see if maybe one gets cut before a season starts? Or could Hooker be the backup? Gary, I think that's a great question. And my anticipation is with Hooker, you're going to see the first preseason game. And if he really struggles, then you're going to, all the chips are going to start getting moved to the middle of the table. Because you get to the second preseason game, there's just very little time left between that and the regular season. If you got a real strong veteran, it's probably not a big deal if you only get a week or two of reps. But if I'm the Lions, man, if Hendon Hooker really doesn't look great, then yeah, I'm probably looking at signing someone like a Tannehill, somebody who can come in. He's played in the league forever. You're not asking him to lead you to the Super Bowl by himself. Just, manage the ship. If Goff goes down for a week or two, just do enough to keep us going. So wait and see, but we'll see. Maybe they never do something. Maybe they do something. That I've got no sort of inside information regarding that. See, JDC, Randy, go outside, chase the wind. Yeah, it might be. Hopefully you will. Amy, let's see. Good morning, Duke crew! Exclamation point. Getting that coffee. I'm still down in Tennessee, and my storage unit is now cleaned out. Have to wait until Monday to give them back the keys, and we'll be on the way home. Go Lions. Well, hopefully you have at least a good time down there. and then you can come on back. So, glad to see you on the show. Good to see you having some coffee and having a good time. Let's see. Burke time, Dan blocked this. Yes, he was. So your wish is my command. See, Miles, Anthony, not I. He's a head coach after this year. Yeah, Ben Johnson. Yeah, I would probably trend that way, 100%. JDC, happy trails. Go Lions victory. Go have a great day, JDC. And I guess we're going to get the hour in after all. So I wasn't thinking we were going to go that long today, but you guys got me. All right, see, Burke time. No, you're a moron. There we go. J-Rocks, happy trails. Happy Sunday. Making an easy one. Peace us. Yes, have a great one, J-Ron. Good to see you and see you on the next one. See, Burke time. What grown man acts like that? You need to get, and focus on something else. Yeah, and that's the impressive part, because he was saying he was like 37 or something like that, and just, I was like, wow. I would think, but everybody finds their own path, man. Not everybody matures at the same rate. I hate saying this, but I remember one presser when Scott Mitchell, of all people, known for his meltdowns with the media and everything, and then whatever, he had like a come to Jesus moment on the mic where he just kind of all of a sudden settled down and he said, you know what? Everybody doesn't mature at the same time and age. Some people, just take their own path to getting there. And I was like, whoa, is this Scott Mitchell kind of giving some Buddha wisdom? I was like, really? But good for him, man. I had my thoughts on Scott Mitchell when I had to cover the Lions and he was there. They weren't great thoughts, by the way. But he had that moment where I was like, whoa, the guy kind of went on top of a wise man on top of a mountain. Let's see, Robert, Jason Berry is famous. 100%. You guys are all famous. You're the Do Crew. See, buddy, good show as usual, Coach. Glad you enjoy it, buddy. Hopefully having a great day. Go Red Wolves. Let's see, JDC, yes, the Tree of Destiny. Anthony, if you're happy with what you're doing and really don't want the responsibility of a head coaching job and he's getting paid well, why not stay? No, you're 100% right. Not everybody wants to be a head coach. Well, there was one coach, God rest his soul, Terry Gillette. I worked with him for years at Kalamazoo Valley Community College. Funniest guy on planet Earth. Never heard anybody say anything ill about him. He was just, he was that guy that would always show up before a game. Coaches get together. He would like, all right, I got one for you guys, a joke. Or even in a big heated moment of a game, he would, hey, get in the timeout. Hey, everybody, real quick, I got a joke for you. Just everybody loved the guy to death, but he did not want to be a head coach. He just wanted to be an assistant coach. So there are some people like that. Dennis, good morning, Dan, the Do Crew. Back at you, Dennis. Hopefully you're having a great one. Let's see. And another guy. Man, sorry, Randy. Let's see. Back at it. Bo, excellent observation, Anthony. I would agree with that. Dennis, yes. Like I said, good morning. Dr. Troy, not long before preseason. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. And glad to see you, my friend. Hopefully having a great one. Amy, give Dan the man a thumbs up before you leave, guys. 100%. Yeah, if you can help it out, go for it. Dr. Troy, I like Scott Mitchell. I think he has some experience to offer. Mitchell had like, 2 seasons where he was just outstanding. And then maybe it was just the heat of something or whatever, but he just sort of melted down the last couple of years. And unfortunately, it affected him. So, I don't know. He was a unique interview. Maybe that's what I could just say. Moonscar, let's see. Coach Dan, I love your passive-aggressive abilities. No one else keeps it positive and deals with the stuff. Hey, just enjoying it all the way. And yes, go Red Wolves, 100%. Buddy, Ran the Man, hit the like button. Yeah, Ran the Man, hit that like button if you would, please. Patrick, is Randy Pee Wee Herman in disguise? Could be a lot of truth to that. Could be a lot. JDC, Randy, your mother made a big mistake. It could be. Let's see. Mini MCG, good morning. Woo! Only a few more weeks and the North is back up for grabs. The Bears, well, let's hope they can reach for it, but they can't achieve it. All right, guys, gave you an hour. A little bit longer than I thought I would today, but is what it is. I got to rush now and go get ready for work. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. Making that push to get to 7,000. Also, if you can hit the thumbs up like button, that would be great. Try to get each show to 200 to 300 thumbs up or likes. Otherwise, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. There is some sort of breaking news. I'll get it to you. We'll see you all on the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, everybody. Oh, where's the cue?
Happy trails to you until